Morning, ho ho ho. Merry Christmas to everyone. It seems like we have several guests on the show today. Dawn, how are you this morning?
I am great. How are you?
Not bad, just very busy this time of year, trying to make my rounds and see if we can see all the kids and all the good boys and girls. And I do have good news about the city of Hamilton, but that we'll save that for the end of the show.
Okay, because you are very, very busy. So the fact that you have great news for Hamilton is
And it's
amazing.
actually probably for the Bitterroot Valley too, since this
Is
is
it?
around the route.
It
So.
is around the route. Is the
Ooh,
great news that Christmas is tomorrow?
no, day after tomorrow. Christmas
The
Eve
day
is
after
tomorrow. Yeah.
Christmas Eve. Well, I mean, Christmas to me it starts on Christmas Eve and ends.
Oh, okay. Well, I have a feeling there's probably a lot of people that have different Christmas traditions.
Yes.
Who's our first guest today? Because I have a feeling it's going to be around the holidays that we're going to be talking about their event.
Yeah, we have three guests today, maybe four. We'll see, but we're going to have Anita Watkins, Pastor John Weaver, and Pastor Paul Anderson. And but I did want to ask you if you're going to be anywhere else today or tomorrow.
Today and tomorrow there's a party at the city from 11 to 1, and then there's like a couple private things tonight, and I'm not really sure about tomorrow. So, but yeah, like if people ask me, I try to show up. It just
Oh,
depends on everybody's schedule. So, but today I wanted to be Santa for the event show. So,
yes, I'm so glad you came, especially with your busy schedule. Um,
okay. So
so that
who's our first guest?
Yes. So we're going to bring up Anita Watkins
Okay.
from the Bitterroot Discovery Children's Museum. Welcome, Anita.
Hi guys, how are you?
Great. How did your gingerbread go?
I'm happy that you asked. It went really well. We had about 500 entries, the votes on the houses. So that was really great. It was a really fun fundraiser. We did our bowling last night, and that was kind of our last um, Merry Christmas thing that we were doing. So we're just
Okay.
kind of ready to move on to 2026. We're really
Perfect.
excited about bringing some really fun things in this next year. So the very
Sounds,
first thing
yeah.
is our Happy Noon Year event. So that's going to be on January 1st. It will start at noon and it will go until 3 p.m. And we're holding that at the Ravalli County History Museum.
Okay.
So we still don't have a home, and so we are going to be using their location for that event. And did you have a question, Dawn? You look
No,
like you
I
wanted
was
to
just,
ask me something.
yeah, no, I just want to say, you just shifted a little bit towards your 10. Keep it. We have another, yeah, right there. Nope. Over.
Let me
There we
just,
go.
there we go. Yeah,
Sorry, just so that people in Instagram can see you better on the
awesome. Yeah,
camera.
well, we've got to make it look just right. So, yeah. So that event is an admission event. It's $10 a person. If you have a little one under 2, they are free. We do have the awesome Pay It Forward program that is in effect. So really what that is any community member can donate to the Pay It Forward program, and that will just offset costs for families that cost is a prohibitive measure for them. So you
And
also,
that's
if
on
you're
your website. You follow the
the
link.
Pay It
I,
Forward
I
program.
know it works because I did it last time. So I
Yeah,
know I
yep,
know that link works. So if you just follow the link, it's below in the what is
yep.
that reader screen called? The
It's under our upcoming events.
Okay, perfect.
Yep,
So under upcoming events, just select that you'd like to pay it forward, and then you can make a donation with your credit card.
yep. And likewise, if you are a family that would like to take advantage of the Pay It Forward program, you can put your name on our list. It basically just indicates that you are interested in an upcoming event. It just takes you to a Google form where you can fill out some very brief information. And then as those funds come in from donors, we can offset the payment for families that are on that list.
Perfect. And so what activities will be going on Noon Year?
So for Noon Year, you are going to be welcomed into a winter wonderland. We've got a giant igloo. We've got a 16 by 20 foot indoor synthetic ice rink. We've got indoor snowball fights. We're going to have some special frozen guests that your little girls are going to be very excited to talk to. We're going to have a hot chocolate bar and fun arts and crafts. We've got a lot of information and fun resources from the community.
And you're going to get all this done.
We're going to be talking a lot about some STEM activities centered around winter things here in the Bitterroot. Everything from how Montana animals get through those colder months to the science and physics behind how igloos can stand up.
Okay, and so you're going to get through all of that in 3 hours?
It's going to be a great big party. So, but the great thing is that this is really exciting news, and I'm kind of announcing it here first. So the History Museum is generally closed for the month of January. And because they know that we desperately need a place for our children's museum, they have gifted us the ability to use the courtroom on the second floor for the entire month of January. So we're taking full advantage of that. So every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the Children's Museum is taking over the History Museum.
Wow, that is exciting.
Yeah, so we won't have all of the same activities that go on for our Winter Wonderland Happy New Year party, but we'll have a majority of them. And families will be able to come back as their schedules allow on those Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday opportunities. And come and enjoy a children's museum here in the Bitterroot for the very first time. So Perfect. It will be an entire museum, obviously, just the one exhibit, but it should be a lot of fun, a place for your kids to do some fun exploration and hands-on learning. And it will be kind of our first time running through having activities here that aren't just as a pop-up.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're really excited.
What's the address for the museum for people that don't know?
What?
What's the address for the museum for people that don't know where it is?
It's 205 Bedford in Hamilton.
Okay.
And if anybody has any questions,
where the farmer's market is.
Sorry, I keep cutting you off.
It's right where the farmer's market is.
Yes. Yep. If anybody has any questions, they can get a hold of us at the Bitterroot Discovery Children's Museum. Don't go to the History Museum. They don't have any of this information on their websites. They're just the venue. So, so visit the Children's Museum at bitterrootdiscovery.org, and all of the information is there. So again, the New Year's party is going to be only on January 1st from noon to 3, and that has all of the Winter Wonderland plus some additional fun, exciting activities. But then if you cannot go to that, you have the opportunity to go to the Winter Wonderland exhibit Thursday through Sunday, and the admission for that will be $3 a person. Under 2 is free. And then again, we do have pay it forward. And then we also, if you have SNAP, WIC, EBT benefits, you can show your card and get your family in at no charge.
Okay. Well, wonderful. I hope your event goes well.
Thank you.
Thanks for being on the show. We'll see you next year. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you so much, Anita. So next we are going to bring up Pastor John. Hi.
Hi, Pastor. How's the assembly? How's the Assembly of God these days?
You know, things are happening around here. How about for you, Santa?
We're doing great. It sounds like you have a Christmas Eve service coming up.
We do. It's kind of a traditional, non-traditional time for us to get together. When you walk in the sanctuary, it's pretty well darkened except for the tree lights, the garland lights, some candles. It's kind of a solemn, sacred moment where we invite all the family to come in, and we have a couple of carols that we sing together. We have some special music from some of our musicians. And then I like to have an interactive story with the children, telling the Christmas story, which is always a lot of fun, asking them questions, you know, like, who did the angels come to and that sort of thing, and let them
Sure.
answer that. So that's a lot of fun. Then we dismiss the kids to have a birthday party for Jesus. They eat some cake, and we get them all high and, sugary before we send them home. But then it gives me a few moments just with the adults to maybe share something that the Lord has laid on my heart for that evening. So it's every Christmas Eve, 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock, just 1 hour. And we're at 601 West Main Street.
Yeah, and I think your main parking lot is actually off State, right?
It is, yeah, on the south side of the building.
Yeah, so come down there. That's going to be Christmas Eve proper. That'll be Wednesday, the 24th, tomorrow at 6 p.m. Is there a phone number people can call, Pastor, if they need more information?
Yeah, they can call the church office at 406-363-2510.
Okay, well, thank you very much. Merry Christmas. I hope your event goes well.
I have a question real quick.
I know he's going to tell us a joke too, remember?
Oh,
Yeah.
Am I supposed to tell you a joke?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I found out how much it cost for Santa to park his sleigh.
How much was it?
Well, it's really nothing because it's on the house.
I mean, that calls for jingling the bells.
Okay, all right. Is there a question?
Yeah, I do. I have a question, and I decided I'm going to ask all of you pastors this because we have 3 pastors on the show today. I'm very excited. Awesome. What is your favorite Christmas carol?
Ooh, well, I would probably have to say, "Oh, Holy Night," because it talks about setting the oppressed free, and the slave is our brother. Just an amazing, to me, a worship song.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites.
How about you, Dawn?
Same as "Oh, Holy Night" is one of my favorites as well. Yeah. Yeah, awesome.
Great,
all right.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah, take care.
You too.
Yep.
Awesome. Up next, we have Pastor Brad. Pastor Brad, welcome.
Good morning.
Brad, good morning. How are you?
I am very good. I am privileged to say, I graduated right ahead of Santa Claus, so this is a special time for me.
Yeah, it's very good. So you're up in Stevensville at the Assembly of God Light of the Valley, right?
That is correct.
And your Christmas Eve service is also tomorrow. What time is your service? It's not on the reader board.
It's not. I didn't have that time. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sure. We decided to try something different. We usually had kind of the more traditional, at least for us, time. But this year, we really wanted families to be able to get home, have dinner together. So we moved to an earlier service. We're doing our Christmas Eve service at 4 o'clock.
Okay. And what can we expect at the service?
So we've got a special group of musicians that are all put together for this. So we'll be doing some Christmas carols. We've got the message, we'll be reading through Luke chapter 2, kind of doing an interactive deal back and forth between me doing the message and the musicians with the songs that kind of tie in to that scripture. We're going to be doing communion, and one of my favorite parts, and my wife's least favorite as our janitor, that would be the candlelight for the last song. She really loves cleaning the wax out of the floor, but
yeah, I'm sure
it's just such a beautiful, special time. So. I'm
sure she does. And so you guys are in Stevensville. You're at 103 North Kootenai Creek Road in Stevensville. You're just north of the Y a little bit, and on the west side of the highway. If people want to do they need to get there early? If it starts at 4, what time would you like people to start showing up?
Yeah, we're around 3:30, 3:45. They can come in, get a good seat and get seated. Of course, Bitterroot standard time, that usually means they'll show up around 4:05. But it's nice to get people there early. That way there's no haggling over seats, or they could wind up in the front row and then I get a pick on them. So.
Sure. Now, what's the phone number out there if people need more information?
It is 406-777-5859.
Okay. Well, thanks, Pastor Brad. I hope your event goes well, and I think Dawn has a question for you.
Yes, I do. Actually, I have a couple questions.
All right.
One, what is your favorite carol? Christmas carol.
Oh, well, Pastor John actually stole my answer, but I would have to say beyond that, I really love Away in a Manger. For me, it's always been I love the image of, of Christmas Eve, that that manger scene, just imagining the awe that was felt by everyone present. As the shepherds showed up, that kind of considered lowly people in their time, and they showed up, and they were the first ones outside of Mary and Joseph, the first people to be able to welcome the newborn Savior into this world. And just thinking the awe they must have felt at that night, at that very moment, seeing the Savior of the world born to them, that speaks to me in that song every time I hear it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you.
Well, one more question is, do you have a joke for Santa Claus?
Oh boy, I'm gonna have to steal one I heard on the radio.
Here, I'll give it to you. I'll give you one.
Why
does Santa have 3 gardens? So he can ho, ho, ho.
Oh. That was so bad it was good.
I'm telling you what.
All right. Well, I got one more I'll add. What did the snowman say to the snowflake?
Sorry, I'm glitching out.
Oh, yeah. We need new friends. All of ours are flakes.
All right. Well, this is good. And I hope your event goes well. And Merry Christmas.
All right. Merry Christmas.
Yes. All right. And our very last guest today is Pastor Paul. And Pastor Paul is with Faith Lutheran. Welcome, Pastor Paul. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you. And you?
We're doing good. Your video is kind of bad, but your audio is good. Pastor Paul, you're out on Faith Lutheran. You guys are at 170 Lewis Lane. And it sounds like your Christmas Eve service is tomorrow. What's that?
171?
171 Santa Claus, not 170.
Oh. No, I have it. Yeah, it's right.
Okay, yeah, and so you're on Lewis Lane, and your Christmas Eve service is tomorrow starting at 4 o'clock?
Yes, we have a 4 o'clock service, and then we have a 7 o'clock service.
What can people expect at the services tomorrow?
We have a lot of special music coming, and we sing a lot of carols. There's a time I have with the children, and then I have a message, and we do Silent Night at the end with with candles.
Okay, and how about your janitor? Do they like cleaning up the wax?
Well, and we use the little candles that are battery operated.
Oh, okay.
So they flicker and they don't leave wax residues. So
they don't start fires or leave messes. And
exactly. So, not my favorite, but it works really well, and it gives us all that sense of letting our light shine.
Sure. Yes. Are both of those services similar, or is there one more geared?
Yeah, they are. They are. They're kind of a repeat of each.
And what time should people arrive if they want to make sure they get a good seat?
The 4 o'clock is the most attended, and I'd say like 3:30, 3:45. And you can be rest assured that we're good Lutherans, so but we may start late a little bit.
Okay, well, that sounds fine. And I'd like to thank your congregation for the angel tree gifts that you did for Sapphire Lutheran Homes. Yes. We really appreciate that. As a matter of fact, there were only 2 angels left, and I have one of them, so I'll be able to fill that Christmas wish list. And
good.
And Katrina was able to do the other one. So we really appreciate your participation in that angel tree.
We enjoy that every year, Santa. That's just something we can give. So we look forward to doing it.
Well, thank you. What is the phone number at the church? And then I think Dawn has a question.
The phone number, you bet. The phone number there is 406-363-2964.
Okay. Go ahead, Dawn.
Yes, me. Sorry, I've got hair in my eyes. Pastor Paul, what is your favorite Christmas carol?
I think Well, two of them have already been spoken for, and I have many favorites. But I think another favorite of mine is "O Come All Ye Faithful,"
Oh yeah.
and I just love that. I love that Christmas carol for it. Kind of is that invitation where that we like to use at Faith is all are welcome, and so come and enjoy the celebration of Jesus being born. Whole time of year it is. So I think it's "So Come All Ye Faithful."
Awesome. That's a great one. And then, do you have a joke for Santa Claus?
You know, I do not. My jokes are all at my desk at church.
Well, I'll
With
give.
on my
I'll
they're on
fill
my
in
dad
for you.
joke calendar.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll
Go
fill
ahead.
in for you.
Thank you.
Where does
Thank
Santa keep his money? In the snowbank.
I think that came up on one of my dad jokes. Actually, that's
Yeah.
wonderful.
that's awesome.
And I do have several. I just didn't even think to bring them, but they're
Well,
all
I-
just
That's
good.
all right.
This all spun out when Pastor John and Santa Claus started exchanging jokes right before the show went live. So I figured that would be a fun thing.
It really is.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Pastor Paul, for joining us today.
And
Santa
if
Claus,
you,
do you have anything else?
Well, I was going to say if there
Go
are
ahead,
other
Santa.
churches out there, can they call the chamber 406-363-2400 and leave their information for us?
Yep,
there's
I
just-
actually will be. I have a couple here that I can mention too that I've just kind of been collecting over the last couple weeks. And I was just going to mention them real quick. We can pull the other pastors up so they can finish the show with us if that's okay. And then, so correct me, you guys might know better than me some of the stuff going on, but it looks like the Mosaic Church, Pastor Jim has one on Christmas Eve at 7 p.m. at 6 West Main. Pastor Ted with Cornerstone has one Christmas Eve at 6:30 p.m. And then it looks like the Florence Carlton Community Church has two on Christmas Eve at 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. And then we have a couple dinners that I found. The House of Praise has a dinner on Christmas Day from 4 to 6, and First Presbyterian has one on Christmas Day from 12 to 1.
Okay.
And that's kind of everything that I gathered. But I will be putting together a post of all the Christmas Eve services and the Christmas dinners that I can find today and getting it up on the chamber social media pages so that if anybody wants to go back and look, they can reference that, and then feel free to anybody. For Christmas services and Christmas dinner on Christmas Day. And that's kind of all I got. But yes, if you have anything or you know anything else that's coming,
I have a Christmas poem.
And let me know so I can add that to our events.
Okay, are you ready for the Christmas poem?
We're ready, Sam.
Yes.
All right, this is called The Shepherd's Crook. Under a guiding star that was shining so bright, Aaron, an old shepherd, tended his flock at night. When his sheep were settled, he whittled olive wood. He used a sapling on end, 7 feet it stood. The shaft was smooth, sturdy and strong as a stone. The hook on the top was an old ram's horn and bone. He was carving by hand a unique shepherd's crook, created from tradition, not a guide or book. The beam of wood was a hard and hefty handle to shepherd the flock as a light from a candle. It guides the whole flock along the straight and narrow and can smite any enemy swift as an arrow. From wolves and raging lions the shepherd defends, as well as pulling from a pit the sheep he tends. If a sheep falls along the way, the horn hooks on to rescue the downed sheep as the whole flock looks on. This new shepherd's crook, handcrafted by one so old, was not intended to guide his own humble fold. The shepherd worked by night by the light of the star. When finished, he approached a stable not so far. There a newborn boy lay in a manger of hay. The shepherd gave his gift and went along his way. He leaned the new staff on the crib of the child, there in a lowly shack, born so meek and mild. Come as an infant who is now in peaceful sleep, to serve as good shepherd to us, his fold of sheep. So that is the Shepherd's
Love
Crook.
that.
And when I wrote that poem, I actually researched how they make those shepherd hooks, and so it's kind of historically accurate, unlike most of my stories.
Your stories,
Well, it
Dominic,
gave me
are
chills.
hysterically accurate.
Okay, and so I do remember I said I had good news for the Bitterroot Valley. So I checked my list, and I checked it twice, and I found the Bitterroot Valley was nothing but nice.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
I'm glad that there are no naughty people in
None,
the Bitterroot
not
Valley.
a single one.
Not
All
even
right.
those speed.
Well, thank you, everyone. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and we'll see you guys in the new year.
Awesome.
as well.
Thank
Thank
you so much for joining
Sounds
us
good.
today.
Thank you.
Yes, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Christmas.